Hello everyone and welcome to True Words Aren't Beautiful. It's Monday morning of the 8th and I'm giving you another road update, an unintentional one, because we are now stranded in the middle of Nueva Vizcaya, still up north in the Philippines where the Ifugao provinces are. You're going to have to put up with the sound of passing jeeps and other tricycles and motor vehicles coming through here because I'm in a car, or rather the van, in the middle of the road. We have a flat tire as a result of the 100 peso curse that seems to be going around right now. So, a little background on the 100 peso curse. As I mentioned in earlier videos, it took only 100 pesos, which is less than $2, for two people to get upset with me when they made an insincere donation to me, showing that they didn't actually believe in the pilgrimage, and went into a tirade and gossip circle about how I'm unstable and how I just need medication and psychiatric help. Well, that was a huge discount for me because all it took was 100 pesos of their donation, which I returned to see just who they really are, ignoring our friendship, or whatever you could call it, and reframing every action I had done, from cooking for them, bringing them customers, giving them tarot readings and ear acupuncture, all sorts of things, as disingenuous, insincere, and proof that I'm a phony. Well, all that does is really reflect their reality, because you have to meet people where they are. And these people are just not used to my kind of person. The kind of people who donated for this pilgrimage are not the people that those 100 peso whiners are. Those 100 peso whiners belong to that neighborhood I live in, Poblacion, and not a single person working and living in that neighborhood donated to this because they like to self-medicate with booze and party. And that's okay, that's just them. They're not used to nice people. They're not used to spiritual seekers, and they haven't known me for very long. So when they go into a tirade and they start doing this character assassination and then ban me from their business, well, it just sounds like the kind of pettiness I have seen with narcissists. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. My mother did that because I wouldn't put up with her verbal abuse. And, well, the 100 peso curse, getting back to where we are now, one of the local guides on the trail really pissed us all off last night, because if the tour van that's been here about 6 times already has never gone to the bottom of the hill because the van's capacity, especially with a full load, can't go up the hill easily, not to mention all the rocks and problems on the crooked road would cause issues. The guy said, no, it's okay, let's go to the bottom. And so he forced the driver to go to the bottom of the hill, and lo and behold, we got a flat tire. And because of that, we are now stranded here. We've had to inflate the tire and found out that the spare tire was smaller than we needed. We have done that about 4 times on the road, and now we are out to buy a new one. 8 of the people who are with me already have gotten on a tricycle to go back to Manila. The original group last night that was supposed to go with the original group of people last night who went, only 5 of them were able to get on a tricycle going back to Manila because the tricycle got a flat tire itself. And then 3 more people this morning, 4 more people I think, actually left to go back to Manila as well. So how did this happen? The 100 peso curse with that local guide who insisted on the van going to the bottom of the hill, didn't want to pay 100 pesos to get on a motorcycle taxi like normal procedure was to get to the top of the hill. So for his 100 pesos, he cost us all a lot of money, wasted a lot of time. We're stranded here. Others had to get on a bus and pay extra for that. Some missed their flights. Here I am missing my dogs. And, well, it costs money to leave them at the boarding house since I can't find anyone right now. Currently no volunteers, and I prefer volunteers. But that's okay. On the other hand, the 100 peso curse, I think it's totally fine because I had a choice of taking the habal, what they call the motorcycle taxi, up the hill. But I said, nah, I think I'll walk it. 5 kilometers up in the rain, carrying my bag. I did it. There was a point that I was a bit iffy though, because when we got to a fork, I didn't know if I was to go left or right. But luckily, when the last rider came, picking up the last person from our group at the bottom of the hill, he said, go right. Which, alright, was perfect timing. I didn't even have to wait more than a minute for him to come. Okay, now that sounds kinky, but that's not what I was trying to say. Anyway, so here we are. Local tour guide causes us to lose a lot of time and money and affects us greatly because he wants to save 100 pesos on habal. The cafe owners ban me and show me just exactly who they are, over 100 pesos they never really wanted to give, which I refunded to them. I saved 100 pesos by walking up the hill instead of paying a motorcycle taxi, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So it just shows you, doesn't matter if it's a big amount or a small amount, that 100 pesos can affect everyone. So I'd have to really call the 100 peso mentality the poverty mindset. Broke is temporary, but poverty mindset, that's forever. Don't get into poverty mindset if you're gonna just do shit, especially when you travel. Now, other travel notes. I found out that the trail, the Cambulo trail that we took getting to the base of Mount Amuyao was actually a lot harder than the climb up Mount Amuyao. Had I had extra clothes, I actually could have done Mount Amuyao much more easily. Going back on the Patiay trail, which is what people normally take, that was actually the normal trail to base camp and back. Just simpler and more concrete steps on the rice terraces. And people usually take that during the hot season as well, where you get massive sunburn. Well, I may eventually attempt Mount Amuyao again, but not on this pilgrimage. I do have to say, on Cambulo Trail, which was brutal, a 10 out of 9 I'd have to say with the rain, it reminded me of 2 video games. The first game being Dark Souls, the game that is known for its brutality. No one is there to tell you what to do, no one is there to hold your hand. There are no resets, there are no quick saves that you can reload to a previous save state. Once you make a decision, the game is decided, that's your decision, and you're going to stick with it. There are no pauses. Time just goes on. So, every time I fell into a rice terrace or almost slipped, totally my fault. I have the skill, I have the stamina, I have the strength, and I have the determination. But my skill, doable. Although I just don't have health insurance. Just like in Dark Souls. One life, that's it. And then you die, you lose all your souls. And you have to recollect them. So when I was left behind several times and I had to catch up, it's either keep the pace or get left behind. And when I went past the second group, the laggers, I ended up getting so far ahead that I had to really ask myself, what can I do? I can't go back. So, because I can't go back, I have to keep pressing forward. Whatever happens, I have to figure out where's the way forward if there are no ribbons. Follow the junk food trail, all the discarded wrappers. So that is how I caught up with the lead group and how I got there to base camp on time. Just get good, figure it out along the way. The second video game I think of is the God of War PS4 game, the soft reboot sequel where it moves from Greek mythology to Norse mythology, and the whole point there is the pilgrimage itself. You're not out to get revenge and kill gods, you're out there to mourn the loss of your late wife and bring your son up the highest mountain to spread those ashes into the wind. Everything that happens, including killing gods along the way and slaying dragons, is incidental. The journey is more important. Now imagine if someone had just given a teleport to Kratos, the lead character of God of War. A teleport portal right there from his home to the top of the mountain. No journey. No growth, no learning. That's why this pilgrimage is very important to me, and I'm very grateful for all of you donors and everyone supporting me in spirit and intention. I also now think of the couple who banned me over 100 pesos. They're the ones who are pushing for medication and psychiatric care, again, forgetting that my therapists all encouraged this and donated. They supported the pilgrimage. And with that support, I was able to get here. One thing I've heard from several people, including a couple of therapists, was that most people do not actually want you to heal or be better. What they want is for you to conform to their norms and to their paradigm, because they can't handle you. They can't handle anything differently. But they are not qualified to prescribe or diagnose, and those are the people you ignore. The people who are interested in your healing will work with you, which is why my therapists are the ones who encouraged me to take this pilgrimage as well. And the lessons here, including the 100 peso curse, are valuable lessons. Anyway, I'll have more to share later this week, and I will hit Mount Amuyao for my next climb. Thank you for watching. See you next time.